Here to discuss is host of The Orange Report and author of Drawing Lines, Kira Davis. Kira, thank you so much for being here. What was your reaction to Gavin Newsom in Davos?
Some of it I can't really say on your show just for your sake. But I got to tell you this. He was there. He's selling his knee pads now. You've seen those, right? He's selling knee pads for $100. You think that's really cute. But you know what? While he was in Davos, gubernatorial candidate Steve Hilton was on the campaign trail. He's been on the campaign trail here in California. We have an election coming up in 26. And he was at a campaign stop, I think in the Central Valley. And there's video, I posted it to my timeline, and there is a woman who is crying, weeping in his arms, saying these new property tax policies that we have here are going to cause her to have to unload her family's third generation home. And her kids can't afford the taxes, and she can't even afford to pass it on to them because of California's death tax. And she's weeping, and she's losing everything. And what's Gavin doing at that very moment? He's in Davos making fellatio jokes, selling knee pads, while this woman is losing everything. So on the one hand, it is amusing and it's sort of pathetic to watch him preening around and peacocking around for people who definitely don't like him. But it's also very insulting to be here in California and watch people suffering in real time as he's doing it. May I remind you, Batya, he is still the sitting governor of California. And he's in Davos for what? So we all find it grossly insulting, but I want Californians to look at that with open eyes and understand this is what they think of you.
I mean, tell the rest of America what we can expect if he's the Democratic nominee in 2028 and becomes our president.
Well, why don't you take a trip down to Skid Row in LA, which when I moved to California 20 years ago covered about 4 or 5 square blocks. Now in 2026, it covers 25 square blocks. Although the city of LA has spent tens of billions of dollars in the last 4 years alone, let alone the state. So you can expect more homelessness. You can expect fewer. I know a lot of people are concerned about affordability and buying homes. Here in California, we have now generations of people who can't afford to buy homes where they live, can't afford to stay with their families. And that's on purpose. That's on purpose. And so that is what you will get in the rest of America, too. You will get a government that doesn't care about your right to own property and, in fact, works against it, who looks at you as the unwashed masses, tells you to stay home, stay locked in your house while he goes out and buys $10,000 a night plates. That's the type of government. It's elitism. That's the type of government you'll get. The type of consequences you'll get are what that woman are dealing with right now, which is not just increased crime and homelessness and border issues, which is bad enough, but it's just the complete destruction of your family legacy. That's the legacy of the Democrat Party right now. That's what Gavin Newsom is running on, and I find it absolutely pathetic. He's still the sitting governor. One home has been built in the Palisades so far. He's a joke.
It's so amazing because in the name of their compassion and this sort of very expansive welfare state, you end up actually creating much more misery. Isn't that accurate, Kira?
Well, I think that that's the intention.
Yes.
I think at some point, you know, I'm 51 now, so I'm kind of going through a new, you know, I'm coming out of being a mom, and I'm in an empty nester, and I'm in this new like mental state, and I'm realizing that people teach you how to treat them, right? People will get away with as much as you'll allow them to, and you have to look at the results.
Very
with
well
the results
said,
we've
Kira.
seen, you have to say it's on purpose.
Thank you so much for joining us. God bless and protect you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.